Okay, so for this video, I'm gonna be ranking all the characters in Dungeonborne, and also I'm gonna be going over the patch notes and how that affects their rankings. Because I saw some other people's like Dungeonborne tier list, and I don't think they're really that good. Like I don't know, it just feels like we're playing a different game at this point. And so I'm gonna give you guys what I think is the most accurate tier list, and this is for the extraction game mode. I usually do play a lot of team deathmatch, which is pretty like I guess similar like when you do PvP wise, but that's a team of three and you're able to respawn like back to back. While in extraction you have to play a lot more I guess safe, more cautious. And so yeah, I'm gonna be ranking them on their abilities, how strong they are in extraction, specifically solo. And the thing is that a lot of these characters, I don't know if you guys watch other tier lists or like see other people like play certain classes, but some classes recently got heavily nerfed, and I will be showing those nerfs in this video. So if you guys want to see what those nerfs are, I'm gonna be discussing it when I rank those characters. And so, firstly, I'm gonna go with Druid. Druid. The reason why I'm gonna be ranking Druid is because most people usually put him very high or say he's OP. He was very OP. Don't get me wrong. He basically had wall hacks in the extraction game mode. That's insane because you could tell where someone is or if they're in a room fighting like a lot of creatures and stuff. So that actually got nerfed, and he was able to run out of every fight. So that used to make him very OP because that just literally makes it to where he can't die in any extraction match. So I'm gonna be putting him like he used to be very like undisputed. He would probably be S, but I think he moved down to A, and I'm gonna be showing you guys why. He actually got a lot of nerfs, and so I'm gonna just go to the nerfs real quick, and that's all the way down here. Okay, yeah. So basically, his passive skill got nerfed. Division effect of predatory senses will now display for 3 seconds every 5 seconds instead of being permanent. The perception radius is reduced from 30 meters to 25 meters. So this basically makes it to where he can't see you on the map constantly. It's more like a UAV from COD. And then the radius is reduced. I don't know how like I don't think this is like enough. I don't think this is a uh I don't know how much this is gonna make a difference, 30 meters to 25 meters. But the detection of the red dot of predatory senses will no longer appear on a mini map. So basically, before he was able to see you guys on the mini map the whole time, and it was like permanent. But now they don't see you on a mini map, so this might actually be a lot better, like balance wise. And then I'm gonna be going on to his mobility because there's not much to say about here. This used to make him insanely OP. Now it's gotten nerfed. He can't see you on a mini map. Now it's not like he can't see you permanently across like through the wall. It's only like 3 seconds every 5 seconds. So, and then the radius has been reduced. This is actually this in nerf. Like that used to be the OP thing about Druid. And then also the mobility, base movement speed in human and panther form has been reduced by 20 points. I don't know exactly how much 20 points is, but I know I know this is very useful. The transformation will no longer clear debuffs such as slow effects from thunderclap flash. This is very useful because even if the movement speed is still faster than a human, it's like fine because usually the way I fight druids is I slow them like when I'm playing cryomancer or I'm playing death knight or if I'm playing uh swordmaster with his dexterity passive perk. Usually they just turn into Panther and get out. But now, since it no longer clears debuffs, this makes it so much better because it's like, you know, when they play dumb and they get hit by all your debuffs to slow them, so you can actually catch up to them. You could actually catch up to them, like how it's supposed to be used. And then the cooldown of Panther's form E skill, Shadow Assault, is increased from 5 seconds to 8 seconds. So this basically makes his jump move take longer to like come because I was about to say that even though he got a I guess a base moves reduction, so basically now he doesn't clear debuffs, so this is probably like even worse of a nerf because I was gonna say he could just use his E to jump out, but now that's been increased, I guess, the cooldown. And so yeah, but he did get a buff, so he got like pretty hard nerfs and then a couple of buffs. The damage of Panther's form E skill, Shadow Assault, is increased by 50%, so it does a lot more damage. And then the damage of the basic attacks from Panther form is 20%. So I'm not sure exactly how much more like I would definitely need to go in the game to check how much these changes are, but I feel like right now he's definitely maybe A or like low A or maybe high B because these nerfs are really like, I guess, just nerfed everything good about him. And so basically, I'm gonna put him in A because I feel like these were its like best two things about Druid. Maybe low like high B because this is kind of insane. He can't really see wall hacks anymore, and they're not really as fast as they were before, and you could slow them. A lot of characters in this game could slow, and yeah, Cryomancer could slow. Swordmaster, if you have the right perks, could slow. Um, you could slow with a decent amount of classes. That's why I'm probably gonna put him at like top of A. And so yeah, there's some other buffs and changes to other characters, but I'll go over those, when I'm ranking them. And so Druid, I'm gonna leave Druid at like high B for now because I feel like those nerfs are pretty heavy. I'm gonna rank Cryomancer. Cryomancer, this is souls, but I still put Cryomancer at A because Cryomancer does pretty high damage. If you run a correct build on him, you could do so much damage, slow them, and they're gonna be taking so much AoE effects. It's insane. But they did, like, I guess, nerf him. They made it to whenever you put armor over yourself or like other players, that takes soul energy. But I don't think that's a crazy nerf because usually if you're fighting like this is extraction based, so this doesn't really make a change in extraction, especially solos, because you have enough soul energy to deal with one player, more than enough, because nothing really tanks your soul energy. So yeah, I'm gonna be putting it Cryomancer at A. I don't think it's a high A, so I'm gonna be placing these other characters probably above Cryomancer. The only reason why I don't put him very high is because like fighters could bypass his Ice Storm, so you have to use like the other Q ability. And the ice storm does a lot of damage, but just because like people that are running sword and shield could get out of your ability, kind of makes that ability kind of useless. But if you're versing anyone that doesn't know that or they're not running sword and shield, you actually destroy them. Uh, but yeah, Cryomancer is good, but I don't think like too OP, so he's definitely solid. Death Knight just got a buff. I'm gonna be showing you guys the buff. The buff, like Death Knight already before this was really good because Soul Shroud just slows, does overall damage. That's really good. And then if you ran the perks where if you activate Soul Shroud, that's 200 shield. Oh, so insane. And then on top of that, if you had the life steal, which I think was maybe the faith or will perk, and basically that made it to wherever you collected soul energy, you got more health. I think Death Knight is literally just a better fighter. And then on top of that, if you're running the strength skill where you get soul essence on your grab, you're literally gonna be healing off your grab. So you see everything about Death Knight is like damage, slow, closing the gap, and getting health back. So it's like this is quite literally like I played Death Knight and then they buffed him they buffed him, which I love because I like playing Death Knight. So now the Q skill, Soul Shroud and Soul Storm now reduce incoming damage by 15% while activated. That is absolutely like insane. Like that change will literally make him so OP. Like he's already a crazy right now. He was already like a crazy tank. I don't want to put him on low S, but he's gonna be very high A. Like I might actually put him in low S, but I'm gonna leave him here for now. But he's really good. So if you guys think he deserves S tier, like don't get me wrong. Basically, like where he is right now in like S is probably like the same area actually. And so the next character fighter, I deadass don't think fighter is as good as Death Knight. I think Death Knight is quite literally a way better fighter. So I'm gonna be putting fighter maybe high B or low B. Uh, I'm gonna put him. I'm gonna put him right here because the nerfs to Druid are pretty heavy, but I really think fighter is not that strong. A lot of people be ranking him very strong, but I don't think he's strong. He got a buff, but it's not really something crazy. So basically, his buff is increased base health by 10%. That is good though because he usually has like 1k health, so that's 100 extra health, which is really good. And then reduces the E skill charge from 40 to 30 seconds. And basically does the same thing for its Inspire, now increases the range for it. And I still feel like honestly Death Knight is just a better fighter. I feel like they just tank more. Like now the incoming damage is going to be reduced. You could heal, you could close the gap, you could slow. It just I feel and then it's like all fighter really has to him is Blade Blade. But come on, any like decent player won't get hit by the Blade Blade move from fighter. And if you're using the other skill, you literally just have to space yourself out or literally just block for 3 seconds or 5 seconds. That's it. His Q is completely gone. And there's like it's just like everything in the fighter's kit could be blocked by straight up blocking. If you have a sword and shield, you can block all the damage he does and just all of his skills. That's why you can't. I don't know why people put him high. Maybe there's something I don't know, but please, yeah. If in the comments, if there's something you guys know about the fighter that I don't know, please put it down in the comments below, because I don't know why they rank him very high, or like why people like say fighter is really strong. I really don't think they're that strong. And then for my next character, Priest, this is a solo tier list. This is why I'm putting Priest down here. They did get a couple of buffs, but I don't really think that is. I don't really think that's like insane to bring up right now, because Priest is really meant for like helping his team. And if you're the only person fighting, if you're fighting any of these characters in a straight up 1v1, you will lose. You know, there's not much you could do. I'm gonna be going over his buffs because maybe he is getting an insane buff, but I don't know. But I'm gonna just check right now. Okay, so priest or E skill cooldown is reduced from 40 seconds to 30 seconds. That's above. Shield duration increased from 10 seconds to 60 seconds. Shield amount increased by roughly 36% range. Increased from 3 meters to 15 meters. This is good, but I don't think that makes him any better because this is solos. Maybe in if this was if this was duos or trios, I'd probably put him a lot higher. But this is solo, so I can't really put him anywhere but C. But he's okay, I guess, but not the best in solos. And then next character I'm gonna be ranking is Pyromancer. Pyromancer is really strong. Honestly, Pyromancer is like high skill, high reward. If you know how to play Pyromancer, you know how to time out his fire blast. You get insane damage. You run the right perks. You're gonna be bombing people, literally bombing them. There's not much they could do to you, especially if you're fighting any I guess fighter based classes. You straight up win, and then if you're holding your fireball and you land it first, you can interrupt most people's skills. So that's why like Pyromancer is very good. You just gotta learn how to kite and just stay far from the opponent. As long as you stay far from the opponent, you could win. And even if they get close to you, you will most likely smoke them. Yeah, there's not much to say. Pyromancer literally does insane damage, high damage, how ignite and then Iris of Flame, and then you're able to literally levitate. Uh, a lot of people don't use the levitation on Pyromancer, but yeah, you could levitate with him, reach areas you normally can't reach, and you could just float above like people trying to hit you, which is actually pretty funny. And so yeah, there's not much to say. He's solid class. We're really good. A is really good. I'm gonna keep S for like broken classes. I don't think any class is broken. Maybe for this, we'll be explaining that later. Rogue definitely is one of the strongest. Rogue, like the thing is that Rogue normally isn't that strong if you're not running the right stuff, but if you're running the right stuff, the right perks with Rogue, you could actually demolish an extraction. You could literally take out people so easily with the poison. It does so much. What Rogue is like most I guess top players know how to play Rogue really good. It's just that you gotta really bring the right gear set for Rogue to be playing really good with him. You could get massive damage. And so yeah, there's not much to say. A lot of people, I don't know, they sleep on Rogue a lot. Rogue is really good in extractions, especially in solo extractions. You'll be demolishing people with Rogue if you run like the right perks and the right gear set. It's just maybe with like I guess a white kit gear set you can't really beat anything. But if you're running like full gear set, maximizing those perks and stuff, Rogue becomes one of the strongest actually. And then for my last ranking is Swordmaster. This might be kind of biased because I'm in love with Swordmaster, and I'm gonna put him in S. The reason why I'm putting him in S is he just has like a lot of damage. His psionic blades do like straight up 400 damage on like if they don't block it, does 400 damage, and you don't have to shoot it. You could literally wait until someone drops their block or someone tries to catch up to you, and literally demolish them with that. And then one rolling blade with 50% damage reduction and a bypass shield. Swordmaster is quite literally like OP. Like you can't really beat a Swordmaster in like any range, honestly. And that's why I think he's really good, especially if you're running the dexterity buff, where if you somehow get to 72 dexterity, that 5 second slow, 60% slow for 5 seconds is quite literally insane. You None of these mages could outrun you. None of these classes could catch up to you. It's just like really strong. And then yeah, they really do a lot of damage. The only reason why I want to put them in S is because you need to bring a lot of swords with you, which is annoying because it's like you bring those swords, you shoot them out, they disappear. And so yeah, if you guys like this tier list, please like and sub. And yeah, if you guys disagree with any of these placements or you guys wanna tell me something down in the comments, comment that down below. And thank you guys for watching.